Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome back from Dr. Phil. Terry, I am a one-star ambassador here. And I'm always excited to be able to share something with our amazing Trivorium audience. And I'm here today because for the last month or two, we've been extremely busy with Trivorium in helping others. So, and people have been asking, how do I get started? What happens after I sign up with Trivorium? So I just want to do a part one of getting started training. What do you do after you sign up with Trivorium? And then they want to know, where can I find everything and where is it located? So I'm actually going to take you in your back office to let you know that there is a getting started training that you can look at to help you to get started once you become a part of us. So let's get started so we can make sure that you will succeed. Now, understand, and just because you signed up does not mean that you're just going to succeed right off the bat. It is important that to understand that in this industry that we're in the network marketing industry, it comes with helping other people achieve small victories every day. That's what we have to do. I just simply say, whatever you do today, you repeat it tomorrow. Keep on repeating it over and over again, and you will succeed. So let us begin to just helping others to achieve these small victories. And I'm going to help you to achieve your small victory, first of all, by mastering and understanding what you have before you. And somebody says, well, you know what, Dr. Phil, I've been here for a while. I know about all of that. But do you realize that, Trevorium, that we are having hundreds of people that are coming in every day that do not have a clue about what you know. So that means that you must take out some time, the same way someone took out some time with you to show them how they too can succeed. So let's get started. So once of all, you got to remember that we must master the basics. The basics things are, first of all, taking a tour around your back office. And the simple things that we do that seems to appear like it doesn't really matter, it won't make any difference. Well, what you do today is going to make a difference tomorrow, especially if you are coming in to not just to have some fun, but you want to get some of those funds out of the Trevorian Bank. Then you have to understand the fact that what that you have to continue to repeat over and over again to make the system work for you. It's simply duplication is important. You duplicate, you bring where there's duplication, there is definitely multiplication. I'm a proof of that. We've grown groups over the years in network marketing, and I repeat it over and over again. What I did today was decided to help someone, and before I know, we were growing. Our group here, we're growing tremendously. We are expanding. Why? It's because it's important that I've taken out the time, like I'm sharing with you today, to give people the basics of what they need to know when they start with Trevorian. Now, one of the first things that, first of all, you need to understand is when you start with Trevorian, understand that you have now become a business owner with your partnership. That allows you to become a business owner. And with that, you receive that congratulations letter, congratulating you for making an amazing decision to become a part of Trevorian. Now, the first thing that you need to understand too is that once you get that letter, you need to write down your partnership ID. What is your ID? And then you know what? All the time I'm having people to call and ask me, Dr. Phil, what's my password? Well, you know what? I didn't sign you up with the knowing what your password was. Your password is the password that you chose when you were signing up with Trevorium. So make sure that you know your ID number and that you'll find on your congratulations letter, and then your replicate site, in order to be able to have someone to sign up with you to enjoy what you're doing, you got to be able to know your link. So the easiest way that you can do that is write down Travarium.com/your ID number. That's Travarium.com/your ID number. Have this readily available at all times. And like, I use my notepad a lot to put things in so I can pull up what my ID number is. I can immediately know how to pull my link and other important information. I know what my password. So make sure to help you to get started and to be successful that you know this. Now, I just want to say also, which we don't have here, that once you take that journey into your back office, make sure that if you're first coming in, that you go into your travel site, your membership service, you're going to get your old travel site and do your facial verification. That is so important. If your sponsor haven't told you about that yet, ask your sponsor, say, look, I need to get my facial verification done. And it's supposed to be done within 7 days. When you become interested in your own business, that's right. They'll make sure that they become interested in you. Now, the other thing I want to say that it's important that you know your upline. Who's your sponsor? Sometimes I get people to call and they're saying, you know what? I don't know who my sponsor is. I said, why don't you know who your sponsor is? Well, it's because oftentimes we use different methods in being able to recruit. Some people use social media. Well, they'll tell me, it was someone that was doing TikTok telling us about Travarium. And all I know is that on TikTok, they sent me a link. I grabbed that link and I signed up. I don't know who the person is. So we help them. We duplicate what we do by helping them and being a servant. So make sure you know your ID, make sure you know your sponsor. And if you have to help others to know their sponsor, do what you need to do to be able to help make them successful. Also, while you're writing your information down, know your upline. Your upline is your sponsor. For those of you that are new to network marketing, when you hear that word upline, that simply means, who was it that sponsored me? A lot of people I realize they're new to network and the terminology they don't understand. So, be patient with people as they're coming in. Just make sure that they understand the terminology and what you're using. So your upline, you need that because even it says that every golden medal, we need a coach. Your upline will help you to help coach you to succeed. And then, you need to be consistently plugging in when you get in for your upline support. And then when you know your upline, make sure that you understand and know who your upline 1 stars and above. Well, you know what that means when we're talking about ranking up. I know whoever introduced you to the business, they told you about you can be able to rank up. So know your upline, know your 1 stars and above, and then make sure you know who your ambassadors are that can be able to coach you, ask questions, answer your questions that you might have when you're first coming into a Travarium. I'm just getting you started because this is the question that I get all the time, every day, with the fastly growing team that we're having here with Travarium. Now, as we look at our GPS of our dreams, what can that possibly be? Well, make sure that when you come in, you got to make some goals. Don't just say, well, I joined Travarium, I have a business now, and I don't know what it's all about until someone explains it to me. Well, we're going to make sure that you understand it, plug into the training, that you can get all the training that's needed to be done so you can be able to set goals, so you can be able to make plans. And then with making your plans and setting goals, guess what? Without a shadow of a doubt, I know from experience that you will become successful. Now, let's look at, first of all, your goals. A goal is simply a dream with a date. You gotta have some dreams. And I know many of you, when you came in, you were dreaming like one day, if this is really real, I'm going to make this happen. So with your dreams, make sure that you set a date for your dream to have your goals to be accomplished. Remember, a dream written down with the date it becomes a goal. So you got to have a date. What's your dream? A lot of times we've been dreaming for a long time. My dream, I want to become an ambassador. I want to become a 3-star. I just want to be able to get my three, so I would not have, so I can enter into profitability. Well, set a date for that, and allow that to become a goal. But a goal that is broken down into steps, it can become a plan. Once you have your plan, the goals are broken down into steps, step by step. We got to trust the process. A lot of times we're too impatient and we don't want to trust the process. But I want to say that while you are making your plans, that's right, be patient. Be patient with your plan. You know, Rome wasn't built overnight, and definitely your business will not be built overnight. So when you make you set your goals and you have those plans, break those plans down little by little to be able to accomplish them. Now, a goal that's broken down into steps becomes your plan, and a plan backed by actions. You know what that does? It makes your dreams come true. You got to put some action behind it, and that's where success come in, because plans that's put into action equals success. ACTION, action. These are just simple steps to help you to get started once you become a part of Travoria. Now, remember, in our GPS and our learn this training, you can always go to that site and it is going to take you into some further steps. But I just wanted to make sure that we're starting you all to understand that you need those goals, make those plans, because I want you to be successful here with Travoria. Don't come in just sitting around doing nothing. Make up in your mind that you are going to do something. Now, you're saying, if we, making those plans, what is your burning desire? You got to know your burning desire. What is your why? Why are you wanting to build this business? Why are you wanting to be successful? That why has to be so serious that I said, let your why almost make you cry. Is your why that you want to send your son or your daughter to school? Or perhaps your why may be that you've been waiting to get this new home for years, and all of a sudden you heard about the income opportunity with Travorium that you can be able to earn, and you can say, oh, my why to build my business is because I can finally make my dream come true of being able to buy the home that I wanted. Or perhaps your why is like, but similar to my why. I've always wanted to give more to missions along with wanting to retire. So I made my why so strong that in the midst of setting my goals, making plans, I have become successful to be able to see my why come to pass. It's not all over with yet, but remember I said it's a process. Be patient in your process. So what is your why? What's the deep thing that's within you that you want to make your that will help you to build your business? Remember, only you can determine why you want to be successful. No one else can do that for you. So what is your why? That's part of getting you started. And then when you have that why, it's important that you set those goals. Remember, I talked about setting goals from the beginning, that goal setting with those dates written down. What is your goal for getting your three? You know, we talked about in the beginning, for those of you that still may not understand, when you hear the terminology about getting your three, you're getting your three means that when you get your first three people to sign up with you to do the same thing that you are doing here with your volume, you're going to now enter into profitability. You know that 135, because I know most of you signed up for platinum like myself. Well, you know what? You'll no longer have to pay that out of your pocket. It's going to be able to you're going to be able to gain daily pay, which is going to equal up to your 135, and the company will begin to pay that for you. It's called profitability. So what is your goal to get your three? There are some people who come in and they say that their goals is I'm going to get my three within the next 30 days or within the next 7 days. And then there are others who they don't have the interest to get their three, so they've been sitting in for a year, 2 years, or whatever. But don't let that be you. I want you to succeed. And then why not set another of your other business goal? What is your goal to become one star? Well, if you get a goal to become one star and you're looking for financial freedom, set the date, set the goal, and you have to put some action behind it. That's what we want you to do, to make sure that you put some action behind it. And then your goal to becoming two-star. Well, once you set that goal for two-star, and remember, it's all about helping others. When you duplicate yourself and you help others, it's going to help you to become two-star, three-star, four-star, and even ambassador if that's what you want. And I've always believed that in the duplication process of success, when you set your goals, you make your plan, if you want to succeed, I just want to remind you that what you make happen for others, God will make happen for you. I know that for a fact because over and over in life, in business, in industry, and in ministry, I've always been able to help someone else. It's called duplication. And once you duplicate yourself over and over, day by day, there's multiplication. And when multiplication comes, you're going to create a way that you'll see that you will succeed here with your warrior. So set those goals, make those plans, and let's do it. And let's do it big here with your warrior. You can make it happen with your goal, your plan. You can succeed. And your goal just cannot wait for you forever. You gotta have it, take action, and go forth and make sure that you are urgent about your GPS of life. Well, until next time, I want to just say that you can succeed, you will succeed. Set those goals. Let's get started. Put your information where you know exactly what your ID is, your identification number. Make sure you know your password, know your sponsor's name, your upline, and then make sure that you're plugging in to Trevorium. Take your first trip around your back office. Until later, God bless. This is Dr. Phil wanting you to succeed here with Trevorium.